Hey everyone, hope everybody are doing good. As a part of mind map sessions on all science chapters, this video is all about the chapter called How Do Organisms Reproduce. Let us start a quick revision by drawing a flow chart on how do organisms reproduce. As we all know, this year we have only sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is completely deleted. So, in case of sexual reproduction, you will study mainly the sexual reproduction. SR in the sense sexual reproduction. Okay, sexual reproduction in humans, as well as you will study the sexual reproduction in plants. Okay, so these are the major concepts of the chapter you have to concentrate. So now we will discuss about sexual reproduction in humans. Okay, so here you will mainly study, the first thing is there are certain characters observed in males and females during puberty. Okay, so those characters can be asked for 2 marks in the examination, right? So what is the first concept you have to concentrate? Characters observed in girls and boys during puberty. So what sexual characters you will observe during puberty in girls and boys. Okay, say all those characters you have to revise, right? So that is the first concept you must study in sexual reproduction in humans. And the next one is male reproductive system. Male reproductive system. Okay, so here the male reproductive system diagram is important, and there are various parts involved, isn't it? Say here you will study the different parts and their function in male reproductive system. Say the first and important part, you will study the testis. So in the testis, actually the production of sperms takes place, and later vas deferens, right? So this vas deferens is a pipe which helps in carrying the sperms, right? And after that you will study associate glands. So what will the associate gland do? What do you mean by associate gland here? Seminal vesicles, right? And prostate gland. Both are collectively called as associate gland. Okay, so they will secrete a liquid which helps for easy flow of sperms, and they will also help in giving nutrition to the sperms. Okay, so this is the work of seminal vesicles and prostate glands. Okay, so these are called associate glands. So these are the different parts and their work or function that you have to remember in case of male reproductive system. Okay, and later comes our female reproductive system. Reproductive system, which is also very important. And in female reproductive system, you have to know about ovaries, oviduct. Okay, what do you mean by oviduct? Oviduct is nothing but fallopian tube. Say one important process occurs in fallopian tube. Can you tell me what is that? What happens in oviduct or fallopian tube? You will observe a process called fertilization. What do you mean by fertilization? It is the fusion of egg and sperm. Fusion of egg and sperm takes place in oviduct or fallopian tube. Okay, and you have something called uterus. And what happens in the uterus? Uterus is a sac-like structure in which implantation takes place, right? So what do you mean by implantation here? Okay, say in the oviduct, male gamete and female gamete will fuse, zygote takes place. Zygote is a single celled structure, okay, which is formed after the fusion of egg and sperm. That zygote divides and it becomes embryo, and that embryo comes to the uterus, and there it will grow as a baby, right? So in the uterus, there is a formation of another tissue called placenta. So here you must know the importance of placenta. What is placenta and its importance can also be asked in the exam, and this is a very, very important concept. Okay, and you must also know about the menstruation also. So they'll ask you what is menstruation for 2 marks. Okay, so if fertilization doesn't occur, what happens? The egg, it degenerates, and the walls of uterus will break, and it will come out in the form of blood and mucus, and that is what we mean by menstruation, isn't it? So all these important terms and what happens in what part is important. So that is about female reproductive system. Okay, and you must also know about the contraceptive methods. Okay, so another important topic is contraceptive methods. Okay, so what is the spelling? Contraceptive methods. Okay, so you have 3 contraceptive methods. One is physical methods or mechanical methods. The other one is surgical methods, where you will talk about vasectomy and tubectomy. And the third one is chemical methods. It's by taking oral pills by women to avoid pregnancy, right? So all the contraceptive methods are very, very important. Not only that, you have one more topic here, that is STDs. STDs in the sense sexually transmitted diseases. So they'll ask you the examples of sexually transmitted diseases. So you can give examples as AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, etc. Okay, at least 2 examples try to revise. Right? So this is all about sexual reproduction in humans. So altogether 5 subtopics you have to concentrate. First one is characters that you observe in girls and boys during puberty. Second one is about male reproductive system. Third one is about female reproductive system. Here you must know few processes like how placenta is formed, what is the importance of placenta, where actually fertilization happens, what do you mean by implantation, and then what do you mean by menstruation, why does it occur, all these things you must understand. And the 4th topic is contraceptive methods, and the 5th topic is about sexually transmitted diseases. Okay, so these are the 5 subtopics you have to learn in sexual reproduction of humans. Okay, so now we will go for sexual reproduction in plants. Say, which is the reproductory organ in case of plants? That is flower, right? So here you will study about various parts of flower. And they will ask a longitudinal section of flower as a diagram, right? They'll ask you to draw a longitudinal section of flower. You have to be careful, all parts you have to name. Male reproductive organ in a flower is called as stamens, right? And female reproductive organ in flower is called as pistil. And pistil has 3 parts, that is ovary, style and stigma, right? And ovary will have a ovule which contains female gamete, right? So all these idea you should have. And after learning the parts of the flower, and you must know something like pollination. What do you mean by pollination? So pollination means what? The pollen grains coming and falling on stigma, okay, of pistil is called as pollination, right? So anthers contain the male gamete, and pistil contain the female gamete. So anthers will come and fall on pistil. Anthers will come and fall on stigma of pistil is called as pollination. So again here two types of pollinations are there. You must know their differences. One is self-pollination, another one is cross-pollination. Say they may ask you the difference between the self-pollination and cross-pollination also. So that is important question actually. And after that you must learn about fertilization. So you all know the meaning of the word fertilization, right? So what do you mean by fertilization? Fusion of male gamete and female gamete is called fertilization. So here actually before the process of fertilization, growth of pollen tube takes place. So based on that, diagram can be asked, growth of pollen tube. Okay, so I'll write it as PT. What do you mean by PT here? Growth of pollen tube. Diagram can be asked for 2 marks. Very, very important. And finally, you will study about seed formation. Okay, so how is seed is formed, and the last step of sexual reproduction in plants is seed germination. Okay, so how does seed is formed and how does the seed is germinated? Okay, so seed formation and seed germination both are very, very important to understand. Okay, so here you will have something called plumule formation, radicle formation. Plumule becomes into what, radicle becomes into what. Okay, so all that conceptual questions you must understand. Okay, and they may also ask you the difference between pollination and fertilization. Okay, so pollination two types, self and cross. What do you mean by self pollination? So when a pollen grain from an anther falls on a stigma of pistil in a same flower, then it is called self pollination, right? Cross pollination in the sense pollen grain from another flower, if it falls on stigma of another flower, is called cross pollination. Okay, and also flower is also of two types here. One is unisexual flower. Okay, the other one is bisexual flower. So here you must know the difference between unisexual flower and bisexual flower also. If both reproductive organs are present in a same flower, that is stamen and pistil present in a same flower, then it is called bisexual flower. If only one reproductive organ is present in a flower, other reproductive organ is missing, then it is called unisexual flower. Okay, so this is all about the sexual reproduction in plants. So actually this is the much simplest chapter of biology this year. So majorly you have to concentrate on sexual reproduction in humans, every process, every definition, and in every male or female, every part's importance and function is very, very important. Okay, and the same thing in case of plant reproduction also. Right, and apart from that, this concept is also very important, contraceptive methods and sexually transmitted diseases. So this is all about the mind map or flow chart on how do organisms reproduce, and let us meet up with the next chapter in the next video. Till then, take care and share the information to the maximum people so that everybody get benefit out of this quick revision during this pandemic time. Okay, so share the videos, do like the videos and comment your viewpoints, and you can comment your doubts. We'll try to answer if it's a valid question. And if you want anything from us, you can post it in a comment box, and if it can be helpful for large number of children, we will definitely do it. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll meet in the next video with the next chapter.